Good morning, students. Today we will start the new chapter, Government Budget, and the weightage of this chapter is 6 marks in the board exam. So now first of all, let's start with the definition of the government budget. Budget is a statement of expected receipts and the expenditure of the government during a fiscal year. Or maybe in the other words we can say that budget is the statement of the estimates of the government receipts, that means the way by which the government can earn the revenue, and government expenditure, that means the way the things on which the government has to do the expenditure during the period of the financial year. And in India, financial year runs from 1st April to 31st March. So this is the literal meaning of the budget first of all. Now after that, the other topic is objectives of budget. Objectives of budget, sometimes they will ask any one objective in 3-mark question or sometimes 2 objectives. But these objectives are important. Now the first objective of the government budget is redistribution of income and wealth. Redistribution of income and wealth, that means distribution function. So first understand, redistribution of income and wealth means inequalities of income and wealth. It reflects a section of the society which is being deprived of even basic necessities. So government has to reduce the inequalities through its tax and expenditure policy. See, in this point you have to write, this is must to write, through tax and the expenditure policy. That means the income inequalities can be reduced by the government with the help of the tax and the expenditure policy. So that means to reduce the inequalities in the income and wealth, government can use progressive taxation policy. Progressive taxation policy means the government puts a higher rates of taxation on the rich people and lower rate of taxation on the lower income group. So automatically it will reduce the disparities in income and wealth. And government can charge higher rate of tax from the higher income groups by imposing higher rate of income tax and higher rate on goods and services purchased by the rich people. So the money which is collected, it can be spent on the poor in the form of a free education, free medical facilities, etc. Okay, so that means, in other words, if redistribution of income and wealth, the government can use its fiscal instruments like taxation and subsidies with a view to improve the distribution of income and wealth in the economy. Government can provide subsidies and the other amenities to the people whose income level are low, which will automatically increase the disposable income and it will reduce the inequalities between the rich and the poor people. This is the first objective of the government budget. Now, the second one is reallocation of resources. Reallocation of resources, that means reallocation of resources in the manner such that there is a balance between the goals of profit maximization and social welfare. Profit maximization, just like car, private goods, clothes, all such things, and the public goods, just like defense, roads, public parks, government, administration, etc. So government can use its budget policy to allocate the resources, and government can influence allocation of the resources by influencing market mechanism through taxes, subsidies and direct participation in the production. So there are the certain goods and the services in which the private sector show the little interest due to the huge investment requirement and the lower profits, like sanitation, roads, parks, etc. So government can undertake the production of these goods and the services, and alternatively it can encourage the private sector by giving tax concession and subsidies. So reallocation of the resources, that means sometimes the government has to take the initiative by doing the little bit investment, and after that private sector automatically reach there to do the more investment, and the government can encourage the private investors by giving them tax concession or by the other type of the exemptions. Sometimes subsidies are also given by the government to encourage the production of the products which is useful for the general public. Now The third objective is economic stability. Stability means that stability in the economy means keeping fluctuations in the general price level within the limits. Stability, that means the government has to control the inflation and the deflation situation. So government budget is a tool to prevent economy from inflation or deflation and to maintain economic stability. So government can bring stability in the economy, that means by avoiding fluctuations in the prices through taxations and by the expenditure. Like this we have already done also, but still I am explaining you. Like in case of inflation, government can reduce its own expenditure and government can increase the tax. So in case of the deflation, government will increase the in deflation government can give the tax concession and government can increase the expenditure to leave more disposable income in the hands of people. So the overall level of the employment and the prices in the economy depends upon the level of aggregate demand. So this is also the function of the government budget, economic stability. Now the fourth one is economic growth. Economic growth, another purpose of the government is to improve the standard of the living of people. So economic growth, it implies a sustainable increase in the real GDP of an economy. That means an increase in volume of the goods and the services produced in an economy. So budget can be an effective tool to ensure the economic growth in a country. Like if the government provides tax rebates and the other incentives for the productive ventures and projects, so it can automatically increase savings and investment in the economy. And if spending on infrastructure of an economy enhances the production activity in the different sectors of the economy. So government expenditure is a major factor that generates demand for different types of goods and services in the economy, which increase the growth in the private sector too. The last one is the managing public expenditure. Managing public expenditure, that means in the government budget, government can make various provisions to manage public sector industries and also provides them financial help.